Good morning, friends. Okay, so I know I've only made videos on odd days this week. I know that if you're just watching from my YouTube, you've only seen like one video this week. For that, I apologize. The reason being, I ended up waking up late, a little too late to do the videos on Tuesday and yesterday, which was Thursday. I decided to go ahead and just shoot this video, which it is now officially after midnight Friday, so we're good. Now, in about, I'm going to say 16 hours, my 9-day vacation begins, and I kick it off with a live stream. If YouTube is still working, I don't know if it is or not. YouTube has been kind of weird. Over the last couple days I've been trying to upload Wednesday's video, only to get nowhere. So we don't know what's going to happen. This video is likely to run a little long. Not going to lie. This is a full-scale reading. It is full-scale Friday. It's the weekend reading. This reading covers the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it is what a personal reading looks like. If you would like a personal reading, drop to the link tree in the description below. Simply throw me something off of one of the wish lists, and then I of course give you, for anything 35 and under, I give you 2 readings and a birthday reading. Anything 40 and up, so like RPG books or whatever, gets you 4 readings and a birthday reading. Sound cool? Okay. If you don't want to do that, that is fine. That is 100% okay. Simply enjoy the readings that we do here every day. Now, when I said this was going to be Hell Week, man, little did I know that a Mercury retrograde would be wreaking this much havoc. And that's exactly what's going on. I think we're still in that Pluto return phase. I don't know if it's passed yet, but anyway, there is that. Also, one more thing before I get underway here. SpeakerMindHere.com. The new site is up. It is running. It is beautiful. There is a Pro and VIP tier, so $10 a month will get you Pro. VIP is about $15 a month, and you get unlimited everything. I of course don't have any of those. I just stick with the free stuff. I post and talk to friends. That's really all I use social media for at all. So there you go. I would recommend at least just signing up for a free account. Go there, hang out. You know, if you want to chat with no one else but me, you may do so. That is one of the many places you will find me. Of course, my social media. In the link tree below, you will find updates and everything else. I usually post them there, you know. And the reason I'm on BitChute, CloudHub, Rumble, and Odyssey as well is for when YouTube or one of the other platforms completely screws up. We've seen this from BitChute. We've seen it from Odyssey. We've never really seen it from YouTube, have we? Not until recently. Alright. Also, Tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, the Ko-Fi link. I think that's how you pronounce it, or it might just be pronounced coffee for all I know. If you go there, the tips are attempting to raise money so that we have better editing software, and we produce better quality videos for you. Right now, we're looking at possibly, I want to say Monday, I will be joining them for a discussion on Ragnarok. And they have been trying to get me on for the past 2 Mondays, and I've always had to work. So this one I do not, because I'm on vacation. So, not only will I be doing a live stream, a live stream that will be promoting that particular endeavor, I will also be doing readings. These are not going to be free readings. These are going to be donation-based readings. Not donation-based to me, but donation-based to the tribe. So if you throw a couple bucks, just a little tip, no amount's too small. I give you a 3-card reading. They could be a tarot reading, it could be an oracle reading, or it could be a rune reading, or it could be a combination of the 3. You get a tarot card, an oracle card, and a rune card. How does that sound? And yes, one question of your choice. It doesn't matter. You throw as little as $2 to it, and guess what? There you go. I pull your cards right then and there. And you know what? If you go monthly, I might throw an extra little bonus for you. As a matter of fact, one of our own, Joshua Fortini, is writing a story. And he is going to be releasing it as a serial in monthly parts. If you subscribe to his story, I'll throw in an extra 3 cards for you. And of course there's no commitment, nothing like that. And if you don't have any cash to spare, trust and believe, we understand. However, spreading the word to others would definitely be appreciated. Alright, so we're just about done laying these cards out. You know what, I really have had such a dark week that I wanted a little light in the situation. So I went with Radiant Rider-Waite and the White Light Tarot, or the White Light Oracle, sorry. Radiant Rider-Waite, I have been really kind of going back to Rider-Waite a lot lately. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's such a great, it's like basic Dungeons and Dragons. You can't go wrong when you just stick to the damn basics. You usually become very unhappy when you're trying to overcomplicate things. By the way, happy autumn equinox. And it is. As a matter of fact, it went from being kind of warm outside yesterday to being very chilly. No, well, not very chilly, but a little brisk, shall we say. Alright, so, what can we look forward to this weekend? Start with you. Always going to start with you. We're not trying to make you self-centered. We're just trying to keep you self-aware. How can you be aware of yourself? Well, being very true to yourself. Just like Scotty. Scotty knows what kind of a person she is. She knows what she's worth, and she will go to get it. She knew she was worthy of Balder. She went to get him. She didn't get him. She got Njorthur instead, based solely on his feet. His feet were the most beautiful among the gods, and that's the one she selected. But she stayed with him. There's compromise there. And in that relationship, even knowing what you're worth sometimes means giving just a little. Doesn't mean giving it all away. Never compromise yourself. You're really all you have. And that's a quote by Janis Joplin. Alright. So how do we keep from doing that? Well, it's interesting. I think the artist just kind of said, you know what? Same girl, screw it, I'll put on different horns. But we do have hell here. Now, sometimes as much as you want to go, sometimes you got to give yourself a little bit of rest. Got to give yourself a little bit of credit. Take that well-deserved rest. But it looks like you might have to make it a little bit of an active rest. Okay? With the key word, rest. Recuperate. Revive yourself. What do we say about knowing your worth? Right? so far this whole reading is stemming around knowing your worth, knowing what you've earned, and then going and getting it. You know, that's one of those things that you got to be honest with yourself a little bit. You got to say, okay, I know in this time period I have done this, that, and the third. Made some mistakes along the way. Here's what I learned from them. Here's how to further go about it. And if you're getting it done, and those around you don't seem to be kind of like backing you up or supporting you, sometimes you got to move on. That means shedding people from your life that are trying to hold you back. That means getting new people involved, and you will attract them. You will absolutely do that. Working on you is one of the hardest things you'll ever do, because you cannot change the world, the external world around you. You can't change it as an external force. You change yourself, and then you change the world around you. Because if you notice, you change yourself, you change the people you hang around, those people start hanging around you. Maybe they improve, maybe you improve them. You know, it works back and forth. When you surround yourself with the best and they're able to teach you how they are the best, when you elevate each other, your world changes. That's the key component. So mentally, 8 of Cups, got a 7 of Cups, then we've got Judgment. Okay, so this 8 of Cups, you're going to have to move on from some thoughts. Some of these thoughts and some of these feelings, they're just not yours to hang on to. In fact, they're probably weighing you down. Time to just walk away from them. Step aside, let them go. We've got the 7 of Cups here, which means that you don't have a choice in this matter, unfortunately. And not having a choice in that matter is actually a really good thing, because not having this choice to have to make means that now you're liberated to do just about whatever you need to do to make those changes, to actually match your worth with real intrinsic value, to put those two together, to synthesize them and make them work. And then to bring those ideas to others, to share, to emerge from the dark. Getting it? I hope so. Because this has to be clear in your mind before you even move on to this, which is the Chariot, High Priestess in reverse, and the 2 of Cups in reverse. Now look at this. 8 of Cups, which symbolizes moving on, you know, leaving behind what isn't serving you, moving on with force, with purpose, with intention and desire. Going to get what you are worth. You know what you're worth in this card. Now, that means you're not really doing your own thing anymore. Let me put it to you this way. Sometimes doing your own thing is not very good for you. Sometimes. Depends on what that thing is. So you really need to examine what it is when you say, well, I'm going to do my own thing. Okay, well that's great, but what does that really mean to you? Because sometimes those things are destructive. And if you're in that kind of holding pattern of destruction, it's not going to help you at all. 2 of Cups in reverse. This is a problem in a relationship. That problem in that relationship is you with that other entity, with you with that other being, you with that other person or organization or whatever. Where's the rift? Where's the disconnect? And how can you reconnect? Because that soulmate card here means that at one time it was a great pairing. Now it's not. Why is it not? Can you be honest with yourself long enough to get that into play? You got a 2 of Swords here in the spiritual, 3 of Cups A lot of cups in reverse in this reading. And of course a King of Wands in reverse. I mean, there will be a decision you will have to make. It's going to cut both ways too. This is, of course, a little bit of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But you're going to have to think very clearly on that decision. And furthermore, you may actually have to make a decision. In fact, this is what I can see. You make a decision that no matter how you do it, it benefits you. But you're going to have to give up something else. So rather than focus on the negative, the compromise of it, doesn't matter what, you can always look at it as, well, I can't go, whether it's Canon or Nikon, I can't go wrong. Sure, I'll be sacrificing this feature or that feature, but still I've got a great camera, right? That's the way to look at it. It does not look like a lot of fun. It does not look like a huge celebration, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll tell you why. Because of this. You ever seen those guys that celebrate a little too early and the ball gets knocked out of their hands and someone else takes it, down the other end of the field? Yeah, that's what this is. It's telling you don't celebrate prematurely here. This is where your focus is going to need to be. Because whether it comes to celebration or your creativity, you're going to have to champion your creativity. That right now you're not really in charge of that, and that's what's hurting you. The power to create is godlike, truly godlike. So creating this weekend, creation actually helps you to emerge, it helps you to arrive. Creation isn't necessarily your thing. It's not doing your own thing. You're creating your own thing. Move on. Get right with this. No matter what you choose to create, it's going to turn out all right. You're going to be able to emerge. And when you're able to put that creation forward, you know what it's worth. You know what the time you put into it. You know the hard work you put into it. You know what made sense and what didn't. Do it. And put it out there. Put your price tag on it. Whether it's nothing or $2 or $10 or $30. It does not matter. Put your price tag on it and stick with it, okay? Don't let anyone else tell you, oh, it's not worth that. Well, they weren't there. You were. They didn't create that thing. You did. Looking at the White Light Oracle, I knew this was going to come up. The seven Blessings of Eve. This is the Unfuck Yourself card. I mean, if you think, I know what I'm worth, but you're not willing to go out and get it, are you really worth it? That's really the question there. Tantra of 639 hertz. Remember what I said about, I've said this before, sleep meditations. You go on a place like YouTube, you look up 638 hertz, and they will give you those binaural, or 639, I'm sorry, 639 hertz, it will give you those binaural beats that'll, that you can use, you can fall asleep to them. They work pretty well, by the way. I can vouch for them, they work for me. But the thing is, in this particular instance, I really want to see something. So be open to that which seems unfamiliar or different. You'll experience a breakthrough as you embrace an unusual approach. You are on a soul path of accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter but not always easier. You do not have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten your mental state and remind yourself that everything is working out beautifully. Remember what I said about this Two of Swords? Rather than looking at it as you'll have to give up one or the other, look at it as no matter which way you go, you're still winning. Get me? Okay. Now, Alpha Alcyon. Boy, doesn't that look peaceful, inviting, and soothing. And with it coming up in your spiritual row, that's not exactly a, it's not exactly blowing me away here. It's not amazing me that it's happening. It's good that it's happening though, because this is your positive twist of fate, and it's a windfall of good fortune destined for you. Remember, like we said with this Two of Swords, no matter which way you go, you're going to be just fine. Brightness and hope will alleviate all negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of adversity or challenge. Finally, you will experience peace, love, and deep connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on their way to you. That's the thing, when you realize what you're worth, when you're focused on it, when you will settle for nothing less than the absolute best for you, and you will do everything you can to achieve it, you'll attract it. It comes to you. It's like a magnet. That's just how it is. Okay? Finally, the runes. We have Kanaz. Here we go again. We have Laguz. And we have Yera. I'll be honest with you, I'm not surprised by any of these runes. They're not exactly taking me by surprise, but the Kanaz, the beacon, the torch, the light. Are you guiding others right now? Are you the go-to? Because if not, it might be time to make yourself that way. There's nothing wrong with being the go-to. Because you can teach. And when you teach from there, guess what? Someone else can be the go-to. It'll take a little off your plate then. But we're talking Laguz now. And this is the flow of life. That lake, the water, the emotions, they flow. And if you're feeling stagnant, it's about time for you to start rowing, right? You know you can reach shore, you can see it, but the water's not moving, and you're not moving with it. Time to get rowing. And then finally, there's reaping those rewards. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When you've worked to earn something, own it, claim it. It is yours. You're worth it. And that's it. That's the entire summary for this thing. But are you honest with yourself? Can you dig deep when the chips are down? When everything's kind of going against you here, and can you say, yeah, I've got this? And if you've got this, how true can you make it? How can you show everyone else you've got this? How can you show that no choice you make is going to be the wrong choice? As long as you know how to see it properly with the right perspective. Take some time to unfuck yourself if you haven't already, because you're going to need it. I think this card shows you how to unfuck yourself. This one just tells you you need to. This one shows you how. Alright? I hope you'll join me for Saturday's live stream if we can get that going. I hope to see you there. I hope that you'll throw the tribe a couple bucks. I'll give you a card reading for it. Hope to see you there. Love you all. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up, and as always, my friends, shine on.